Bar chords, bar chords, bar chords. The final giant nemesis that we're going to address in this little series of 5 things that plague guitar players are bar chords. This is a tough one because they're so physical. They're the most physically demanding type of chord you can play on the guitar, but they are also some of the most useful types of chords that you can play on the guitar. First off, if you haven't gone to guitarfam.com and created your complimentary account, go do that, because the first module of the Bar Chord Masterclass is free for everyone that has their complimentary account. So that's a great way to kind of get started with, in a really methodical way, to tackle bar chords. But I want to give you some tips to help you immediately with bar chords right now, because they are so important for playing the music that you love. The first thing is to get, it's a loud car, is to get your guitar set up. If your action on your guitar is high, it's going to make playing bar chords prohibitively and unnecessarily difficult. So that's one thing that you can do to help yourself right away without even touching a guitar. The second thing, and this kind of bleeds into 2 different things, is to divide up the challenge. Just like everything else we've done in this course so far, or this little mini series so far, you want to divide up the challenge when you're learning bar chords. And the first thing you can do to do that is start making your open chords with your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers instead of your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fingers. So E major, E minor, A major, A minor. That's the way I normally make those chords. Now for bar chords, you need to get these chords down so we can play them just as well with your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers as you can with your 1st and 2nd fingers. And that may take a while. Treat them just like you're learning brand new open chords. If you watch the video in this little series that we did on making clean chords, treat them the same. Just get to where you can make an A minor, A major, E major, E minor, just as good with your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers as you can with your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So do that first. And if you've been following along with this, there shouldn't be really any questions here, but you can always email us with questions on the site. The second thing is to work on just the bar by itself. And this is where I'll give you some tips, some technique tips for bars in general. So take your index finger, pick any fret. I'm gonna do the 3rd fret. And if you can't make that clean on its own, then making a bar chord on it, like full bar chord, is gonna be very tough. So you need to work on your bar by itself at first. And there are some things here that you need to be aware. First off, pull your elbow into the side of your body. That'll always help. Doing like this, chicken wing, that will make things a lot tougher than it needs to be. So relax. Thumb right on the back of the neck. Nice clamp like that. You want your bar right behind the fret. It may look like my finger's even on the fret. It's just right up against it. I put it right up against it, and then I tilt it back a little bit on the edge of my finger right there. And that helps, instead of using the fleshy bottom part of your finger, that helps getting the little bony edge right there, helps to press the strings down a little bit better, more uniformly. And I'm not gonna lie, this is tough at first. It requires a lot of different physical strength. So just working on this for a few weeks on its own, putting it on, checking each string, and making sure they're all nice and clean sounding. And then you're applying all the tips that we just went over. I got a few more for you, but right behind the fret, tilt your finger back, then play around with the vertical placement of your finger too, because these stupid creases on our fingers can make things a little bit challenging. So you might find that this is a great position, while other people might find that this is a great position, or this. But once you get the technique for this down, it doesn't matter where I put my finger, I can get a good sound anywhere. But mess around with the vertical finger placement, horizontal finger placement, elbow in, right behind the fret, roll your finger back onto the edge. And if you apply those tips to just the bar, you will get a good sounding bar. Again, when you're doing physical things on the guitar that are new, it can take up to 2 or 3 weeks for you to really start getting comfortable with it. So make that commitment to, 20 minutes a day, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening of working on this bar stuff, and at least 3 weeks of working on this. And if you're consistent with it, you will start to overcome this. Okay, once you've put in the time with the individual shapes, with 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers, and then your bar on its own, it's time to put things together to play your bar chords, right? And one little tactic that can help you is to put your bar first and then put the shape on. And then switch it, put the shape on, and then the bar. And just flipping back and forth between those two would be like level 3. We've worked on a bar, we've worked on a shape, now we're putting them together one at a time. So take some time and do that. But that's not the goal. The goal here is to get your coordination built up to the point where you can make the bar shape, like out here in thin air, without even, before your fingers even hit the strings, and then you come down on it, just like we did with our open chords. This requires a little more doing just because the bar chords are so physical, but that's what you want to be shooting for. You want to have that shape made before, my fingers are about 1 inch off the fretboard here, and then come right down on it. That's what we want to be shooting for. Again, the most important thing here, out of any tip that I can give you for all 5 of these kind of topics that we've gone over, is consistency in your practice. If you're consistent with it and you really focus on it, then things will start to fall. You have to police yourself though and make yourself be consistent with all the things that we covered. If you do, I guarantee you will see progress and you'll get closer to playing the songs that you love. Let us know how it's going for you in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe or go to guitarfam.com and create a complimentary account if you haven't already, and you can go through all of our free courses like the Guitar Foundations course or the Guitar Fan Practice Plan, and you can go through the first module of each of our premium courses too. So the Fingerstyle Masterclass and the Bar Chord Masterclass, the first module for those will be available for you too. Thanks so much. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you. Let us know how it goes for you. See ya.